Well, with Labor Day in the rearview mirror, the final push to Election Day has Trump 2 points ahead. A new CNN poll showing Donald Trump leading Hillary 45 to 43% in a four-way race among voters. Clinton held an 8-point lead among registered voters in the same poll just 1 month ago. Now, this after Hillary Clinton took it easy last week. She took a couple of days off. She only hosted 2 fundraisers. She gave just 1 speech. Trump, on the other hand, visited the Mexican president, gave a major immigration policy speech, and he's holding a veteran event today. So here's the question. Is Trump's latest moves turning voters in his favor? I want to bring in senior Trump campaign advisor, A.J. Delgado. It's great to have you.
Great to be here.
Let's talk about this, because it seems that Hillary has kind of pulled back, and he's taking advantage. She may need to step it up a little bit here.
Well, you even had a recent New York Times headline that said, how do you find Hillary Clinton? I believe the words were, and I'm paraphrasing, ask the ultra-rich. Here we had Trump going to Louisiana, going to faith-based ministries in Detroit, reaching out to the African-American community, while Hillary's having fundraisers in the Hamptons. The optics alone of this are terrible, and the American people are really starting to say, well, who really is with us? Is it Donald Trump, whose platform really stands for the little guy, for our very concerns? Or is it Hillary Clinton, who's rarely seen, who has yet to host a press conference, and who spends most of her time hobnobbing with Hollywood celebrities or Hamptonites?
I can't imagine what the feelings were in the Trump campaign, say, 3 weeks ago versus today. Knowing Donald Trump as well as I do, he probably wasn't worried about these polls. But, you know, we, the media, we look at the polls. Hillary says she doesn't look at the polls. That's like a cable news anchor saying, oh, I don't look at the ratings. Of course I look at the ratings.
Exactly.
Give me a break. Okay, so if you're running for president, how do you not look?
Right. Coincidence she says that today, right, when he's ahead.
Exactly. So obviously Donald Trump is looking at these same polls. Has the tone shifted? Has the feeling shifted in the Trump camp, seeing this new poll where he's ahead 2 points?
Not really, no, because we always knew we'd see this shift, and I think it's only going to go higher in Mr. Trump's favor as we hear more about what Hillary Clinton has done with these emails, the possible obstruction of justice, more about the Clinton Foundation, as she goes possibly even further days without holding a press conference. The numbers are only going to tick more and more in Mr. Trump's favor. We knew this was coming. It's just great finally seeing validated in the polls today.
Yeah, well, and she spoke to reporters twice today. Not once, but twice.
On a plane for a few minutes. I think that's called a press gaggle is the term. Certainly not a press conference.
Yeah, well, she seems to be making a little bit of a shift. I wonder if that's the Donald Trump influence there. I do want to ask you this. You know, House Oversight Committee Chairman Jason Chavez is looking into an investigation now. He's talking about this, or whether or not Hillary Clinton wiped emails 3 weeks after he exposed her use of that server. Claim came out in the FBI report that we saw last Friday, at the end of the day, going into a Labor Day weekend, by the way. But this put Hillary on the defense. I want you to listen to this.
I went into the State Department understanding classification. I take classification seriously. The fact that I couldn't remember certain meetings, whether or not they had occurred, doesn't in any way affect the commitment that I had and still have to the treatment of classified material.
What do you think about her reaction?
How can she say she takes classified information seriously? This is somebody who had it on 13 different private devices, someone who said she didn't know what the letter C stood for. Of course she doesn't. She's completely on the defensive for good reason. We have Chavez calling on whether there should be an investigation or some talk about whether there was an obstruction of justice here. As an attorney, as a lawyer, I could tell you I think there certainly was.
Okay, so as an attorney and a lawyer, you tell me, do you think that she has taken this FBI investigation seriously? Because from a layman's standpoint over here, a journalist standpoint, she's always brushing it off. She's rolling her eyes. She's, you know, saying, oh, here we go again with the email question. She still did that today, in fact, on the plane, I thought.
I think it's that sense of Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton entitlement, really, that I don't think they feared the FBI investigation because they did receive special treatment. But now that the American public, thanks to shows like this, thanks to the press keeping a bit of an eye on this, we're going to see an added call, an added pressure on her that I don't think she can really toss it under the wind the way she has previously. This is going to only blow up further.
And we should say even the liberal media is going after her now. They did on the plane today asking about the emails.
Somewhat,
so they're not letting it go. I agree. I want you to listen to this. Your candidate today, Mr. Trump, had to say this about Hillary's email, and this happened just a few moments ago. I want you to listen and get your reaction.
It's such a long answer to that question. It could go on for days. 13 phones, iPhones, whatever they were, and just banging the heck out of them. How about the acid wash of the emails that didn't mean anything? How about the 33,000 missing emails that were acid washed? Okay, acid washed. And Rudy was telling me nobody does it because it's such an expensive process.
That was interesting what he said, because Rudy Giuliani, the former mayor of New York, was in the audience at that veterans event, that military event.
And one more thing you could mention is, remember, she assured us she had turned over all the work-related emails. She said, listen, the ones I didn't turn over, I promise you, they were just about yoga and birthday parties, but the work-related ones I turned over. Turns out there were about, what, 17,000 that were supposed to be turned over that weren't. That's outright lying to the American public and to investigators.
Well, you know, I have to tell you, we had kind of a big day. I want to share this with you and with our viewers. We had a big day today because Neil Cavuto returned to Fox Business today. On his first day back, get this though, billionaire and Hillary supporter Mark Cuban joined him, and get this, said the market's going to tank if Trump wins. Listen to this.
I have my Trump hedge on. In the event Donald wins, I have no doubt in my mind the market tanks. And so I literally have put on a more than 100% hedge that I'll put on stronger if it looks like there's a better chance as we go forward.
Investors should be concerned by that. I mean, that's Mark Cuban. He's
that's
well
just
known
really,
in business.
he's a TV star and he's been lucky in tech and other industries, but he's certainly no financial analyst. And really, at the end of the day, the voters care about who's bringing the jobs back to America, who's going to stop those trade deals that are killing our jobs. Maybe Mark Cuban, being the billionaire he is, doesn't worry about that, but thank God we have a blue-collar billionaire that does, and that's Donald Trump.
All right, Delgado, thank you very much for being on the show. It's great to have you.
Thank you.
Today when your candidate's been very busy.
It's a great day for us.
Yeah, all right. Thank you.